What attracted you to applying for an apprenticeship rather than going to university?
Since beginning sixth form in September 2020, I kind of knew that university wasn't the route that I wanted to go down. My sixth form was very university focused. They kind of wanted everybody to go to university. However, I ended up doing some research and I discovered a degree apprenticeship. And I did want to complete a degree, and I think that not many people realise that you don't actually have to go down the university route to receive a degree now. And I think being able to consolidate your learning that you do at university into your everyday life is extremely beneficial for exam purposes. You kind of getting everyday tasks thrown at you and you have to apply what you learn at university into those. So I think for me that was the main reason that I wanted to be able to do an apprenticeship.
How did you first hear about Myerson and why did you apply?
One of my colleagues here at the firm now is an ex-pupil from my sixth form, and she distributed the information out to us, and after researching the firm I thought that this is definitely something that looks appealing. The firm looked great and it really reinforced to me that this is the type of route that I wanted to go down, and luckily I applied and was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to work here at Myerson.
Were you able to come and visit the office with your parents before your interview? And if so, who did you meet and was that experience useful to you?
Yes, I was. After applying for the apprenticeship, I received a phone call from James Birch, who's the recruitment manager here for the firm. He invited me in for like an informal chat just to have a quick show around the office and just to give me some brief information about the apprenticeship scheme. And I attended this with my mum, which was also extremely beneficial because it allowed my parents to be able to see exactly what type of firm I would be coming to work in if I was successful. And yeah, that really helped in being able to see how the firm works, what the firm looked like, and it just consolidated to me that I really did want the opportunity to work here because of how lovely it is. And yeah.
What was the assessment day like and how did you prepare for it? Was it a difficult day?
So a few weeks after coming in for the informal chat with my mum, I received a telephone call to say that I had been successful in my application, and I was invited along to the assessment day, which was held in summer. So in order to familiarise myself and prepare myself for this interview, I went on the website and ensured that I had familiarised myself with the Myerson culture and ethos to be ensured that I would be able to answer any questions that could have been potentially thrown at me. And it wasn't a difficult day. I would say, however, that the more preparation that you put in, the easier you will find it. And it does come across in your interview. You need to be prepared and you need to know your stuff about the firm and the type of people that work at the firm.
How did you feel before you started at Myerson? Were you able to meet any colleagues before you started?
So a few weeks after the assessment day, I was delighted to be told that I had been accepted for this Solicitor Apprenticeship Programme. Obviously, getting that news, I was delighted and excited, but obviously nerves were also a factor that contributed to how I was feeling because it's a new job, new starting experience. However, I was invited to the 40th birthday event for the firm with my parents, and that was brilliant in helping to alleviate any nerves that I may have felt. I was able to meet a numerous amount of people, including the CEO of the company, Carl Newton, and also the founder, Neil Myerson. And it was really good as well because I came in with both my mum and my dad, so they were able to see how the firm looked and the people that work here. It was really beneficial in helping to calm my nerves and get me ready for the following week when I started.
And how is your apprenticeship going so far, Jess? Are you enjoying it?
I am now going into my 6th month here at Myerson, and I can honestly say it's the best decision I've made, especially during the apprenticeship. Everybody is so supportive of you. You've got all the help that you need. You get time off for exams just to prepare yourself for them, and also they support you with anything that's coming up that you may be struggling with, especially exam season. When that comes up, it's a stressful time, but you've got the support from everybody, so I am really enjoying it.
What departments are you most looking forward to working in?
Before starting here at Myerson, family law and employment law piqued my interest, and I still am really excited to go into those departments and see if they suit me. However, a benefit of the apprenticeship scheme here at Myerson means that we can try a multitude of different legal departments, and therefore I'm going to keep an open mind and see which one suits me best once I've gave them a go.
And what have you studied so far in your BPP course?
So far, the first term consisted of English legal systems and client care. So client care was our portfolio task. And then this term, we're studying contract law and legal research.
How do you find the balance between studying and working?
I found the balance fine. You have a full day a week at university, so that allows you to prepare and also consolidate. And as I've said, everyone at Myerson fully supports you, so if you need any more time to get anything finished or get anything prepared, they're more than happy to let you do so. And as well, like I say, you're supported by legal professionals and you can go to them if you've got any queries about anything that you're learning. So I think the balance, especially here, is fine.
Do you feel supported by Myerson in your apprenticeship?
Definitely. So every few weeks, for example, we have a catch up with our line manager to ensure that everything is running smoothly, not just at university but also within the firm, and also checking that the balance is there still, that you're not overworking yourself. And as I've said before, you're able to speak to a numerous amount of people if you've got any queries about anything that you're studying. And as well, we get study leave as well, so when it comes up to exam time, you're able to go back home and consolidate and ensure that you're fully prepared for your exams.
Are apprentices able to get involved in firm-wide activities and social events?
Yeah, so as apprentices, we aren't treated any differently to any of the other employees, and we are encouraged to get involved in as many social events as possible. Some of the events that I've been involved in include the Christmas wreath making social, book club, the Christmas party, and obviously the 40th event before I even started my apprenticeship here at Myerson. So there is always something that is going on.
How does the Myerson Apprenticeship Programme differ to other firms?
Speaking to other students at university, the Myerson approach is unique compared to what other firms offer, in the fact that we get a whole taste for the firm. This is because we spend time in our business services department and not just going straight into a legal team. So business services consists of admin, marketing, and it gives us a taste for how the business runs, how inquiries are driven into the firm, and it's also really helpful for people who may not have come from a legal background, as in doing law at A-level, because you're able to kind of get a smooth start into the firm instead of just being chucked in at the deep end into a legal department.
What advice would you give a current student who is thinking of applying?
My best advice would be to really understand the commitment that you're putting yourself through, not only for you but also for the firm. 6 years is a long time, so you have to be able to understand that it is a big commitment. And as well, throw everything that you have at the application process. If it is something that you're really interested in, really get well read around the Myerson ethos and culture, and especially for your interview, make sure that you are well read around the subject.
If someone was interested in applying, what should they do next?
You should definitely have a look on the website, get as much information as possible, and then also speak to our recruitment manager, James Birch.
What's the best thing about working at Myerson, Jess?
Definitely the support that you receive. Obviously, coming straight out of sixth form, for many people this is the first proper job, and also going to university can be quite a daunting experience. However, I've not had any struggles since beginning here. Everybody is so supportive and really wants you to do well, which is a lovely feeling.